Hello and welcome to SnowRunner. I thought I'd film a task video on recovering the Ankatra 1160 for the task Old Friend. There are several parts to this. First we gotta deliver it to the farm. Then we gotta go get a trailer. I haven't figured out where that is yet. But I don't know. We'll see where that is when it becomes available, and then you use the trailer to repair it. Now, depending on how much it needs repair, there is also a trailer here that has 350 repair points that you could potentially use. I don't know if it's connected to Quest or not, so there is that. But the other thing would be you get one of the new Earth Roamers and go pick up this trailer, which is how I think they intended to do it. Anyway, let's get turned around and winch this thing out, because when you do contracts like this, you want to try and avoid driving into the mud if you can. And if you can't avoid it, you generally want to back in and try and keep as much of your vehicle out of the mud as you can. And so that's kind of going to be the strategy here. And so we'll back up. It looks like the ground's kind of solid, like right here, so should be able to get close enough that I can hook up. Also, sometimes ground like this, actually it may be happening a little, but sometimes you'll stop and then you'll just start sinking in to the ground. So sometimes it can look safe to drive over ground and then you just start sinking. But now that we've got this, let's deliver it. I've got the top M900 engine in this for those wondering. These are all-terrain tires because there have been a couple spots where this truck has gotten stuck both here and in Ankatra because of that, so I do need to upgrade it to off-road tires. That much I do know. For some trucks, this could be an area of struggle just because of ground clearance and bottoming out here, so it is something to keep in mind. But he says, I was about to say we shouldn't have a problem here because of the 52-inch tires. And then what happens? The bumper. The dairy long one gets in the way. I'm kind of interested because this is 6x6. That's why I'm interested in this tractor. I'm not too excited about the other tractor because this feels like it's going to be more of the same as far as the tractors we got in Blades is concerned. So it'll be interesting to see if it does, but that's why I'm kind of rescuing this one because, well, this is the one I'm actually interested in. See if this wouldn't be a video without something like this happening. Basically, I need to start turning sooner. Right. Oh, this. Okay, is this the part where I regret trying to come back this way and I should actually just drove through the mud and come out this way? Because that's what it's beginning to feel like. Oh, well, at least you know not to do this. Okay, we should be able to get through here. Tractors, not gonna get stuck, that's good. Okay, this should be a relatively easy pull. That was surprising, well, unless I go off the side of the road here and roll the dairy longhorn, that's not good. I can do without having that happen. It just wants to roll. It so wants to roll. you gotta be constantly paying attention here. There, that's better. Way better. Yeah, this should be not too bad. When we get here, now, if I had the off-road tires, I would drive back through here, but this is the area where I got stuck driving there with all terrain. So I noticed the nice thing about this, and I haven't driven this way, but I'm assuming I may have issues here, so going the long way around isn't an option because of how I have this truck configured. So the nice thing about this game is sometimes you can find alternate paths just by looking at tree density. So what we're going to do is we're just going to drive along here and completely bypass the mud area to get here and to the drop point. Oops! Good thing I noticed that and didn't just drive all the way there without the tractor attached. That would have been silly. I see what you did there, Game Devs. I just realized they purposely made that repair trailer part of the contract, expressly so I couldn't just hook up to that trailer and repair it. And so it wasn't as easy as it initially looked. I see what you did there. Fortunately, I have a scout vehicle here I can use to go get that trailer so we can throwers on the other map in this region, so it's not immediately available. I'm using it for scouting. So let's drop this right here. And we'll just park this somewhere out of the way. Like, I'd like to haul one of these green tanks as cargo to, like, a remote area for, like, water storage or something. That would be fun. Anyway, I'm gonna cut the recording here until I get to the other vehicle. And we're back, because as you can see, I got myself in a situation. I was wrong, it's not on the foothills. I parked it here because I'd found this watchtower in the nighttime, so I wanted to see the view during the day. And as I was driving down, and honestly, I was expecting to have to drive somewhere like in this area, but it looks like the trailer's just over here somewhere in this easy-to-reach area, which was kind of surprising. I wasn't expecting it to be that easy. And so you can just come down and use the road here, and then come off in here. So the only thing I've done to this vehicle so far, besides repairing it because I couldn't stand the damage of it, is add snorkels. I didn't like the look of the tall one, so I just added these small hood top level snorkels. And now let's see if I can get out of here without something bad happening. Basically, I was trying to cross up there and get across, but the thing just kept wanting to slide, so... Okay, that's not the angle I wanted, but it looks like it worked. I was going to try and get the front of the vehicle pointed down, but... Okay, I guess this works. Just drive forward to get ourselves level. And we can do some more engine damage, because why not? Okay. It's not bad. Off camera, I was actually going to use the... because I forgot this was here, I was actually going to use the AAC 58W that I have here, but that thing needs fuel, so I was going to have to go to the fuel station anyway. Anyway, we're back on track, and I'll cut until I get to the picking up of the trailer. I have to say, I'm impressed with how this thing's been handling the mud. In its stock configuration, as far as suspension, tires, and engine gearbox are concerned, it's been doing pretty well. And so we've finally arrived. Here's the trailer. It's just now going to be a simple drive down here on this road, and then off here, and then up here. I fueled up and then at the gas station started driving here because for some reason I was thinking the fuel tanker was right there, and it isn't. And I was like, oh, oops, wrong way. here we are, closing in the farm. Now, I was just thinking, I may have to check, because I can't remember if this is a custom gearbox or I did upgrade it with an off-road gearbox. I may have done that. I can't remember, and if so, it's definitely helping. That I will say. As far as vehicles you can tow this with, I mean, if we're talking about not just towing it with a big truck that can't hitch to it, Lone Star 1700 probably should be able to move this trailer. And several other vehicles, assuming you have mud tires that are at least 35 inches tall, and potentially, depending on the vehicle, raised suspension, because that right there is going to probably be the main obstacle in getting this trailer here. I just thought, since this truck, the new truck was on the map, why not use the new truck? That's kind of the thinking behind it. The AC58DW could probably do the job, but you'd need to swap off the unique off-roads for some dedicated mud tires. Because those off-roads, well, good off-road, they do have their limitations when the mud gets, well, thicker than some of the more scout-only trails that you can find in the game. So, now that we have this here, we can probably just repair it. We got ourselves a tractor. I personally, instead of the second tractor, yay, stage completed. Instead of the second tractor, I personally wish they had done like a European style. A European style flatbed truck. Think something like the Kodiak C70, but the European goes there. So it's basically one of those European style vans that instead of being a panel van, it has a flatbed with drop sides on it that can tow trailers. Maybe powered by, I don't know. You could either go old or modern Scout engine. All I want for sure from it is that it be able to how should I say this? To have access to Scout tires so you can use it early game for delivering cargo to get up to driver rank 6 and be able to haul Scout trailers. If it could haul the cargo itself in its bed, that would be nice, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. It could just be a bed big enough to carry some service spare parts and extra fuel at a lower level than a lot of the other Scouts, which rely on roof racks, so you get a vehicle that isn't as prone to tipping over, which would be a nice addition to the game. Anyway, thank you for watching.